Hi, everybody. I'm here finally. Finally here. Here I am. Here I am. All right. Who is there, you guys? Anybody here? Nobody here. All right. What can I say? Oh, we have one person. I'm going to text Lori. I'm texting her. All right. Texting. Hi, you guys. Hi. 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 How is everybody? Hi. Okay. I'm on, and there was someone else I was going to text. Okay, that's good. How early? Uh, I have no idea. I don't know. This is what I said. Somebody's texting me for tomorrow. I'm like, I don't know what time. I don't know what time. Hi, you guys. Great news also. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Are you sure it's open? Are you sure it's open? What am I asking, you ask? Okay. Hold on one sec, you guys. YouTube, Bing, live now. Okay. All right, you guys. I'm in. I look tired. I'm not tired. You look tired. Tonight, I'm not tired. I'm always going to look tired. Once you have kids, you look tired, right? Right, exactly. That's what happens. Armenia. Okay, I think you say Armenia, right? Um, like, I think that's what you're saying. Uh, okay, see, somebody says, no, you look pretty. Do pine cones help pineal gland clearing? Absolutely. Well, pine cones, anything clears. Pine clears to begin with. That's why they use it in things like pine sol and that. It clears everything. I know, totally cool. So pine clears. We like pine. Jessica, me too, massive headache all day. Well, thank God I didn't have that. And just in case you guys were going to ask, okay, yes, I've been hacking at my hair. I've got a lot of gel in it. Anyway, we did some like total scalping of my hair because you know what? I don't care. Anyway, that's what happened. This is what happens when I get left to my own devices. Actually, it's really cute, but Wicked Pollen. Hi from Memphis, Elvis. Okay, so let me just put my hair down over here because it's gone AWOL. I put the gel. I was in such a hurry to get here. I have such adventures today that I was going to tell you. Let's see. I'm moving to a new house tomorrow. Very exciting. It's a new moon tomorrow in Gemini, so that's good. New moon. Okay, I have a hair appointment tomorrow. Awesome. I snuck into a hair appointment today and fixed my broken nail. There you go. The nail is fixed. I go like this because this was a nail that was broken. Yes, you should get a new phone. Why wouldn't you get a new phone? Should I get a new phone? Why not? Perth, Ontario, Boston. Awesome. So I wanted to tell you because you're going to ask me what lipstick I'm wearing. So I brought it out tonight. I'm using Estelle's. Okay. So it's Jaffa Cosmetics. It's the Jaffa Royal. The Royal Jelly, and I'm using the beige chiffon, this one, of Estelle's. Okay, Jaffa, beige chiffon. I love it. That's the one I'm using. See? Mwah! That's what I'm using. And then I'm using this. I use this little bit over it of Estelle's. I'm going to say hi to Estelle's mom, Jana, too. I love Estelle and her mom. Wait, look at this. I need glasses and can't even see. Hold on a sec while I read this without my glasses. Let's see what it says. All right, so it's called Regal something. Oh my God, why can I not read that? Anyway, this is it. This is the Jaffa Royal. See it? And it's really cool. Let me turn that light off. So I know, I love the Jaffa. See? How cute is that? Because you guys were going to ask me, so this is what I'm saying. And then for my lip liner, you know I ordered 10 of these or 12 or 15, possibly 20. Anyway, whatever it was, because I'm myopic when it comes to lip liner. I like one kind of lip liner. This one is the 932 4K beige. It's the Jonton Blue. This is my favorite one. It used to be $1, okay? Used to be $1 in the store. I mean, in the 99-cent store, and then they took it out of the 99-cent store, and I found it online. It's still only $4. and it's the best one. That's the one I use. So when I'm doing it, because it matches everything. I know, too bad that they do it. Oh, you know what? I'll open my calendar up, but right now I have to catch up. So I have to catch up right now. Thank you so much. I have to catch up on my readings because people going to start to fucking hate me. And then I have my regular clients that I've known for a bazillion 100 years. So I have to catch up with them as well because they get really mad at certain things. I know. I love lipstick. I fucking love lipstick. I love makeup. I love bleach. I love eyeliner. I love nail polish and fake nails. That's what I like. Okay, pistachio opal. They're out of it like everywhere. I'm still looking for some so I can sell. I've got a lot more to do. Yeah, I know, right? Thank you so much. Thank you. Filthy mouth. Well, thank you there. Yes, exactly. Fuck you. When someone says filthy mouth, I'm like, go fuck yourself. Why not? Why don't you do that? Instead of editing my conversation, why don't you figure out and hang out with your people in your conversation, you person, you. Oh yeah, you know what I love, okay, seriously, this right here, this is one of my Walmart tops. Because they're $2 and I can wear them hiking and then throw them on because I love skin tight tops. So there you go. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so let me tell you about the adventures in Beautyland today. So I went and I visited some hair salons, just visiting friends, and visited some nail salons. I didn't even hear a swear word. Well, I hadn't said it till he told me filthy mouth, and I told him to fuck off, right? Because why not? Masks, no lipstick. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I leave a mask in my car on the floor of the passenger seat, and when I have to wear it in, that's where I pick it up from. And tonight, I don't even have them. I had to get gas on the way home. So I stopped at the gas station, right? I stopped at the gas station. And I don't even know what that is. I stopped at the gas station and I filled up with gas. Then I got in my car and I found a bag of candy in my car that I just got from when I left somewhere else. So I opened the bag of candy without washing my hands and ate the candy. And I'm not dead. That's what I did. I did it. That's what I did. I just ate the candy. Okay, so here's a weird thing. Okay, love your filthy mouth. There you go. Thank you. Someone who appreciates my, I hate Newsom. I hate Newsom. Oh, and let me just tell you what happened today, right? Let me turn off my air because now I'm freezing. I found this new little air thing that's right beside my bed and I love it. It drowns out all the sleep and everything. Anyway, let me just say, this morning, right, I took my car, so I took all the comforters to the laundromat, the big comforters that jam up the washing machine. I took them all to the laundromat and I threw them in the laundromat, in the thing. Anyway, this is the one I go to and I know the lady and she's really nice. Anyway, I stuck them in there. There's maybe 5 of us in there. I just got done watching, I know, wow, poor Isaac Cappy was murdered. So I put the big comforters and all the comforter things and all the bath mats and all that shit because I hate to jam up my own washer, even though I have a big washer. So I put them in there, and then while I put my stuff in the washer, it was 38 minutes. So I drove around the corner and I got oil change around the corner from where I did the laundry. So these are my normal oil change guys. So I went in, they open up my hood to my car, right? And they're like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God, what? They're like, you have rats. I'm like, pardon me? They're like, you have rats. I'm like, what? I don't have rats. Kind of sounded like he said, you have VD, but it was, you have rats. So I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, they're in your hood. The rats are in my hood. I'm like, are they there now? Because I don't want to see the rats in my hood now. He goes, no, but look. He goes, they're going to eat the wires on your car and your car insurance won't pay for it. He told me this. So luckily I had, no, not dead rats. No, I swear to God, they come down out of the hills. We always get them in the house. No, we always get them in the house, but they eat the electrical. Now have never had this happen, but a friend of mine, Dave, had it happen up in Topanga Canyon. Dave lived up there and they ate the wires to his truck or car or whatever it was at the time. Truck or car, can't remember. Anyway, they sneak down out of the hill and they go because it's warm. So when it's warm, they see if they can get away with it, these rats, and they have like rat meetings in your hood. Then once they know the coast is clear and that you don't catch them, then they start eating. So I caught them. He showed me, like you should have seen under the passenger side, you lift up the hood. I mean, the driver's side, you lift up the hood and there were all these little chewed things and there were little rat footprints. And I was like, mother bleeper. So what do you do to cure it? You get a bounce dryer pad. Yeah, no, I swear to God, they eat the electrical. So what I got was a bounce dryer sheet, and we tied them all inside. Like I had them in the car because I was actually at the laundromat. So I was like, year of the rat, I know, I hate rodents. So I was like, where are these little fuckers coming from? But when I parked my car outside last week, I found like a half-eaten piece of fruit. I thought some kid ate it and like threw it on the ground. No, it was a rat. It was a rat. So the rat, anyway, maybe there was more than one. So he told me to put these on. Now I have to change these dryer sheets every week. So I have to open my hood and change the dryer sheets tied around the inside of my car so the rats can't escape. Yeah, exactly. Albert. Are we back to Albert? Could you please dump Albert? And so, okay. So I know, right? We could be the Sloan cussers, right? Like Bay's beehives. Exactly. Why would we not cuss? Okay, so these rats were in my hood, but here's the even weirder thing. So I'm down there and Keithy comes home and I go to Keithy. You know what happened? You know what happened in my car? I go, there were rats. He's coming home from getting, what did he get? Shish kebabs for dinner. There's the shish kebab restaurant he likes to eat at. So he got them for dinner. He went and got it for dinner and he got John some. I don't eat that. But no, Albert is great. I miss it. Albert, okay, I got it. I'm sorry. I'm like, are we dumping Albert again? Rats hate Vicks and peppermint too. Well, yeah, I could put some peppermint. I guess it could burn in the engine, but they don't like the dryer pads. But I go to Keithy. The rats were living, Albert and Margaret. Margaret's a see you next Tuesday, along with Albert. But Margaret is that. So anyway, I go to Keithy. I go, the rats, they do chew wires. They like wires. I don't know why they like wires. I go to Keithy, look at this. This is where the rats were. So he looks under my hoods and he looks right at me. Listen to what he says. He looks right at me. He goes, that's some voodoo there. He said, that's some voodoo shit. Someone put something on you. Is that my child or what? My child went upstairs and I went, who did it, Keithy? Who? But here's the even weirder thing. You'll have the nicest smelling rats. Well, I know, with the bounce dryer. They don't like it for some reason. I know Keithy said it was voodoo, but listen to what happened. So Vanessa and I were out running this morning. We were going down the back side of our hill. So it's like 2 miles maybe to the car. So we were running downhill and suddenly I saw something scoot under my feet, which I thought was another snake. So I jumped up. My foot hit not a rat, but a mouse. Hit it like this. The mouse came out, smashed into my foot, and the poor little mouse died. That was definitely a spell. I just don't know who's doing it. They will be fluffy rats, I know. So I killed a mouse this morning on a run completely by accident. No, I'm serious. I tried to do Reiki on him, and Albert was a troll. I know. And I know. I saw him. He came out there. Oh, there's Vanessa. I know. I'm like, there's Vanessa. I'm like, wait, why is she saying poor thing? No, somebody put a spell, but then the rat's under my hood after the mouse. The mouse in the morning, the poor little mouse. No, I know. And I tried to do Reiki on him. I was going to pick him up and touch him, but I was afraid of bugs, to be honest. So I was afraid. But then when I took the car to the mechanic and he said there were rats under my hood, I was like, who's throwing the rodents at me? Somebody's throwing the fucking rodents. So that's what happened. That was my morning. And then I went and got a car wash after that and told the car wash guy, can you vacuum out the rat stuff? That's what I said. No, Keithy said it was voodoo as soon as he got home. Of course I have haters. People are fucked up haters. Don't be a hater, be a lover. If you're my hater, you're really my lover. Well, it's rats or mice. No, I killed a mouse That was not a rat. Okay, voodoo hoodoo, exactly. That's what Keithy said. And I'm like, Keithy, you've been doing something? No, Keithy wouldn't do that to his mother. But the rat was good. He just shook a bit, or she shook a bit. I think it was a she. And then she just crossed over. But no, that was a mouse. Under my hood is the rats. The mice don't eat your car electrical. So this was actually, this was literally actually freaking rats under the car. How do you ward off a spell? Well, I did it. I sent it back to them tonight. So whoever the fuck did it, it went right back. I just asked God to take it and take it right back. That's what I do. Okay, what is... Okay, I don't even know what you're asking there. So Lori has told me I was going to Phoenix this weekend because Phoenix is open. So I figured run over the rat's ass. Well, I figured I'm getting rid of the rats out of my life, those bitch rats. So they're gone. They're gone. But Lori texted me. Look, I'm like licking out the side of my face. Lori texted me. Okay. Oh, that's so good. Lori texted me that Ventura County is open. I live in the country and we always get pack rats. Yes, I know, right? In the engine compartments. I was like, get the fuck out of my car. Anyway, Lori said Ventura is open, so we might need to go on a field trip to Ventura tomorrow. We were going to go to Phoenix, our group of people, and then Courtney Ray texts me, and she says there's alien sightings in Phoenix, so maybe that's why I wanted to go to Phoenix. Okay, I have no idea what you're asking me exactly. Exactly. All right, so let's talk about what's going on in California. So I snuck into the hair salon. I snuck in to see hairdressers. I will never say where I'm going. You can pluck my eyebrows out, and I'm not going to say where I went. I didn't need to bleach, and I have to learn how to shave better, but see, sometimes I do my own stuff. Invite Albert to come along. No, we got a carload. Me, Lori, Johnny, and whoever else we can get to go. But Lori said Ventura is open, but I can't find any restaurants open in Ventura. So Libra, Lori, you're out there. Yeah, somebody, I know, Keith said it. I kind of know who's doing the voodoo, and you know, the trail trolls be practicing shit like that. They're troll ass bitches, the Margarets of the world. Okay, so in the hair salon, I snuck in somewhere, wherever, right? And they go, come on in. So I go in. They are being reported up and down the street. People are standing outside of businesses and they're reporting them. I'm cutting my hair, long hair to above my shoulders. Yeah, you know what you can do? Put it into, watch the YouTube videos. If I had long hair, I'd do it, but you put it up. Forget how you do it, how they do it. I think you put it up in a ponytail like this and cut across the top and then they do something. Thank you for the super chat. So anyway, they're reporting all of these businesses. They're reporting these businesses all the way down. And in fact, my piercer friend, Izzy, they were reporting her shop and they're not even in their shop and people are reporting them and they're not there. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not in the shop. So they're getting reported for no reason at all. No snitches, but remember who said that? Garcetti said, Yoga Pants said, snitches are rewarded. So I think we all need to get our cameras out and follow Garcetti around so we can find his male lover and take a picture of him with his male lover and let his wife know, because snitches are rewarded, according to him. But guess what? His wife already knows. It's Captain Obvious. If she doesn't know, she's stupid. And who is this Nazi? Okay, Garcetti is on a power trip. But they are doing, I know, right? What in the Sam hell, exactly. They are snitching on people outside of the hair salons, the nail salons, everywhere. Okay, now the girls are texting me down here. What are they saying? Okay. Okay, new study confirms cats can't spread crotch 19, but would have given the option. And this is what I got. I got this little text of a cranky cat. Yeah, he's Mayor Yoga Pants. Did you not see the video where he says you can go on the dry sand, but you can't go on the wet? I mean, you can go on the wet sand, but not the dry sand. So he's causing a huge problem. This is a huge problem. I want to look up that video because I watched that video. I watched that video. I want to show you this idiot, okay? And he's an idiot. He's an idiot. What the hell is that guy's name? Okay, yeah. I got to look it up. I got to look it up. Somebody sent me the video, but he is, let's see, yeah, Mayor Garcetti. But remember, I'll turn it up in a sec. Hopefully the video won't get, Newsom is running our state. Yes, Newsom, you know what? I almost don't know what to say. If people don't start standing up for their businesses and doing this, let's see, daughter told me she lived near, my daughter, I don't even know what it is. But if we don't stand up for the businesses, we're all going to be fucked. Seriously, we're all going to be screwed. Okay, when was this? Oh, that's 11 months ago. I'm trying to find the one where Garcetti, talks about the sand. Let's see. I took your protection bath last night. I got it. Oh no. Oh no. Carol, I'm not going to mention what Carol just texted me. I know the trolls are spying, but anyway, Garcetti literally said, don't step on the dry sand, step on the wet sand. Does that even freaking make sense? That doesn't even make sense, right? I don't even know what to say to that. So, yeah, Carol, you're out there. I'm not going to say what you just texted me, but that shit happens. That's all I'm going to say. That shit happens. Okay, so it has to do with viruses. Yeah, snitches need throat punches. Snitches actually, they're losing their freedoms. They're losing their freedoms. So it's kind of need a good, yeah, I know my Tulip's a good mouser, but obviously she's not hiding out under my engine when these rats come in there, right? Why is it, the veil's thin? Because it's a spiritual war right now. We have a spiritual war going on. So we have people going from my body, my choice. We have people, I got a speeding ticket today. Okay. Tell them to go fuck them. They got to get more money. I can't even. It would be really funny though if you led them on a police chase. I'm just saying. It would be so funny. Okay, so like it's our body, our choice. But you know what's weird? That people are actually going into beauty salons and snitching on people. I don't know. Like they're waiting outside and they're actually calling the police. I know. Sand tester. No, that's what he said. I'm trying to find the video. I want to find the video. Now I've got to Google it. Garcetti. Eric Michael Garcetti. I'm sorry. Yoga pants. He's a little bit light in the loafers. And I mean light, mentally light in the loafers, light in the undertrunks. Don't go on the dry sand, go on the wet sand. Who says shit like that? What kind of shit is that shit? Okay, I've got to find this video. You will die laughing. It's mentally ill. Maybe he meant something by it, but he's like a little bit stupid. Okay, LA County beaches reopened with new rules. Okay, what? Yeah. Let's see the little video. I can't even find it. Oh my God, it was such a good video. Don't you love the sign language people? Don't you love the sign language people? They're like, don't go in the sand. Do you even think there's like speaking sign language? Maybe they're just making shit up and it's to mock us. Like maybe seriously, like literally deaf people can't understand that and they're just making up shit like this, and that's what it is. Okay, found an article shows magnetic poles are showing signs of swapping. Yeah, it's an inversion. It's pour water on the sand from the parking to the ocean, then walk. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I have no idea what to say to that. That's so mentally ill, I don't know. I just know that one day I'm going to end up back in his backyard and I'm going to say to him, what's your problem? Mr. Strango, what is your problem, right? I'm Cancer Sag or can't wait. I get your thanks July 1st. So I'm Cancer or Cancer Sag. I have no idea what you said there. You're talking about the Deccan. Okay, watch their facial expressions when they say, I know, they're hilarious. They're hilarious. They're mental. So we have snitches in LA. We have snitches on trail. We have snitches everywhere. But guess what? My sister lives in Los Angeles. They are now driving across country where my mom in Florida. Oh, well, hopefully Florida's better. Celine Dion is an abomination to Canada. We don't like her. Okay, will the veil ever disappear? Well, when it does disappear, I guess that means the whole world blows up. When will the virus be gone? Elon is moving. Yeah, I know they say Elon's moving, but how quickly do you think he's going to get Tesla out of LA? Just ask yourself that. How is he getting Tesla out of LA? It's the weirdest thing. They're all snitching on us. Who snitches on people? Who snitches? Snitches, stop. And they think, here's what happens when they snitch. Look, they go like this. I'm following all the rules. I get a gold star. Oh, teacher, pick me. That's what they do, okay? I know, maybe the syphilis and the holes in his brain. There you go. He's one of the people with the Sunset Canyon. Sunset, syphilis is making a reoccurrence. Those snitches think that they're superior because they're following orders. Order followers are what get people killed. If you follow orders because you think you're going to gain something, the governor doesn't fucking care about you. He'd sooner run you over and stab you to death. Do you think because you snitched on somebody, you're going to get what? A that a boy? That a boy. Oh, good for you. You snitched. It's not about that. They want to follow orders and they want to feel superior, like they're doing something that is important. Like they want to feel like, oh, I'm doing something. When really what they're doing is basically following orders, meaning they have no sense of moral decency, right or wrong or whatever. And it's just very weird. Also, they're not very bright because they don't see things very clearly. I saw a large Passover plane, Sacramento airplane frozen on time. Oh, interesting. Yeah, apparently there's aliens right now. UFO sightings in Arizona. That's what I heard anyway. The weather's the weather's always been manipulated. They drive planes over and they, look, I have to fix this. Look, I can see it there. Okay, we need to stick it up a bit, right? Okay. See, this is terrible. I can see it. Okay, so what we need to do, and this is very good. I'll tell you something. I'm going to quote Sandy. Sandy opened in her hair salon. Remember I showed you Sandy yesterday? She was Anna Nicole's hairdresser and Anna Nicole's good friend and Anna Nicole's person that buried Anna Nicole Smith, Sandy. So Sandy opened her hair salon. Not her hair salon. She went to work at her hair salon in Bakersfield yesterday. You saw that. Here she is in here. Hair cutters take a big risk. That's Sandy is the hairdresser there. Okay. So you saw this. So now here's what's written here. And I'm going to quote, California hairstylists working underground amidst salon closures. Of course, they got to pay their bills. Now, here's what Sandy, and I'm quoting Sandy, okay? I'm quoting Sandy. She wrote, the governor is not going to reward you for obeying him. He wants people to lose all they got. He wants you to be reliant on welfare. Stay closed, lose everything for a fake PLANDEMIC crotch 19. She didn't put that. I put that so they won't throw me off of here. But anyway, she's correct. She's not wrong in what she's saying. What's going on is we're losing everything right now. So people have to start taking a stand. Do you reincarnate to the next sign? Not automatically do you reincarnate into the next sign. No, it depends what you're looking to do. I'm now posting this on, my own channel. Anyway, they were talking about all of the stuff that goes on all over the place. And there's different, Sandy's absolutely correct. I don't know why people can't see it. I can't understand why people can't see it. I don't understand. I'm having a panic attack because people are so freaking stupid. I'm like, what is wrong with you? And they actually believe it. Like they're actually scared. It's ridiculous. Okay, there, I just posted it. Let's see. Oh my God. Yeah, everybody likes to think they're in their last life. Everybody says that. Everybody also likes to say that they were somebody famous in a past life. I say you're just whoever you are. It doesn't matter. The soul is what it is. The soul is what it, is whatever it is. And we come in and out. Like everybody used to claim they were Cleopatra or the king of this or the queen of that. It's like, could anybody just be a normal person? Y'all got to be somebody special. No, you just come in as who you are. I'm quite sure I died many lifetimes as an alcoholic and drug addict. I'm pretty sure of that. So, nothing special. You're just who you are. And you make yourself special by the way you treat other people in this life. Exactly. You are who you are in the moment. I can't remember who I was. I mean, I have visions of being like a young Indian. Thank you so much. A young Indian boy and stuff. But I mean, I probably drank too much in that life too. So they're blocking me a little bit. I've been getting warnings on Facebook. They want to block me. I get these warnings for posting stuff and something that goes against their community standards. Whatever that means. Community standards, really? Because you're censoring free speech, you bunch of motherfuckers. So they're censoring free speech. Okay, so when I think I've had many random lives. Well, we're mostly random. We're only given special powers when people assign special things, but really people are just people, right? I'm probably just as bitter in my last life. Yeah, I'm just as aggressive from one to the other. People are just people. Nobody is special. People go around going, I'm special, I'm this. Yesterday I went to the mountains while I was there. There was no airplane and okay, I can't even write. Do more celebrity. I can only do what I can do. Love your haircut. Okay, yes. It's hard to find a good cut. What happens is I start cutting into my hair and then I have to beg somebody to come out of their hiding to help me fix it. That's what I have to do. I will be doing other things tomorrow to beautify as well, which I will show you tomorrow night. There's other things I'm going to be doing. I got killed violently. That's why I'm pissed. Yeah, I don't think I even had that much fun in a past life. I think I just drank myself to death. In fact, that's what I do remember. Law of attraction I wonder, law of attraction as it exists, and I say this over and over again, you can't, happy birthday, 60th, funny honey, oh my God, happy birthday, eat cake. Okay, so law of attraction, the way that it's presented, Pluto conjunct ascendant mean murdered, no. It could, but no, not necessarily. No, it just means that you have a very strong, aggressive personality. No Venus retrograde. It is, I know, well, I cut my hair, but with somebody that I always cut my hair with. I didn't go, well, no, I did it myself. Remember the razor incident on the weekend? There was that. Okay, so the law of attraction, when you're looking at the law of attraction, keep this in mind, okay? Here's the thing. With the law of attraction, oh, here's Katie's bracelet, you guys. Look at, remember? This is from last night. Isn't it pretty? Okay, so the law of attraction tells you that if you don't have something, you can get something, okay? You can have something, you can get something. So if I want a Porsche and a new house, all I have to do is think it, and all I have to do is, be in the moment, and I can have these things and I can do it. That is a first world focus on materialism, because nobody in the law of attraction, the way that it's presented to the masses, because it's pablum for probably, truthfully, old chubby white women that want something in their life. I mean, look who fills up those things. Don't yell at me, haters. I'm just really saying it. It seems like a first world problem because karmically speaking, you are here with a purpose. And just because everybody has Porsches and you don't have a Porsche doesn't mean you're supposed to have a Porsche, because your purpose may be different. Now, yes, exactly. I love haircuts. I have tons of cool cuts, but now I have no hair and I keep cutting. As I've said, it's my anxiety thing. So when you guys drink, I cut. You drink, I cut. I don't cut my wrists, cut my hair. Okay, so when you're looking at law of attraction, let's look at it this way. Let's say you want to be a football player. You're a boy and you want to be a football player, and you've been indoctrinated to go to UCLA, be a football player, and that's all you want. But you're 5'7". You're not going to be a football player most likely. And maybe you don't want to do the steroids to be a football player. So how does the law of attraction help you in that point when you're focused on, I want this, I want this, I want this, okay? What happens with that is people who focus too much on one thing because their ego wants it or their human self are not seeing their soul self. So actually, the way to get what you want with the law of attraction is to let go of everything completely and to focus on only things that make you smile and have joy. These are not material things necessarily. If you like your kids, hang out with your kids. If you like hiking, hike. If you like painting, paint. If you like cleaning, clean. Whatever makes you happy, that's what you do. Whatever it is that makes you happy, okay? It's the feeling of the joy and the happiness that then brings other things that bring you joy and happiness. Heard that about pregnancy so many times. Okay. Don't know what that means. You mean trying to get pregnant? So the law of attraction comes into action when you're doing things that you actually like. The other thing is when you're focused on something, we have human understanding of certain things, and our human understanding, like if I grow up in Little Rock and I only know Little Rock, then what I'm looking at is only what I know from this perspective. I don't even know what's out in the world, so why would I limit my mind to something that was just in front of me? So that, oh, a new baby. I just saw a new baby there. Yay, new babies. So the law of attraction, because if you are in Haiti, as I say all the time, Ethiopia, any of these African countries, Nigeria, where women are tortured and, oh, see, you're in Prescott. Tell me if the aliens come there, because I was just going there this weekend. I might wait a week, but I am going. Porn. Okay. Law of attraction porn. I don't get it. What kind of porn? All right. So anyway, wait, can't get pregnant, only stress about pregnancy, but stop. You know what? Okay. Don't say can't get pregnant. Here's what you say. I am abundantly, happily, healthily pregnant now. I am abundantly, healthy, happily pregnant now. Put those words together and put I am and a now on it. Keep saying it to yourself and go about your day enjoying your life. Just enjoy whatever it is you enjoy. Just enjoy. Yeah, I saw a UFO too as a kid. So what people don't understand is if you're in Haiti or Ethiopia and you're starving to death or you're getting mutilated or you're getting beaten up because you're a woman or you're in the Middle East and you're not allowed to drive a car in this 1900s because you're a woman and they can stone you to death, do you think the law of attraction is going to help you get out of there? Because it doesn't help all of those people there. It doesn't help them, right? So I don't know what to say. Okay, Flagstaff, I want to hear about the aliens. I know, I'm going to love it. I'm going out there. I want to go out there, but I want to make sure everything's open. Okay, flying to Seattle to Las Vegas. Oh, see, and then driving to Arizona. See, everybody's kind of headed for Arizona this weekend. I'm kind of jealous. I'm kind of thinking Arizona is fun, right? Exactly. I think the aliens are going out there in Arizona. So remember, tomorrow, now I forget when the freaking new moon is. Tomorrow's a new moon in Gemini, 2 degrees of Gemini. So you guys, okay, this does not help me with the new moon. The new moon. Here we are, people. West Coast Pacific Standard Time. It is at 6:36 a.m. New moon, 6:36 a.m. tomorrow morning. So what do we do in a new moon, everybody? What do we do in a new moon? Okay, there was a shootout at a mall in Arizona yesterday. That's because the aliens are there. That's not good. But I understand why people are doing that because they're getting hostile. Okay, so new moon. New moon. What do we do in a new moon? Here's what we do in a new moon. We write down our intentions. What are our intentions? Do we want happiness? Do we want joy? Do we want comfortable life? Do we want our freedom? Because that's what I want in the new moon. I want my freedom, but it's a new moon in Gemini, so it's all about communication. And look at the communication we have now with Saturn in Aquarius at the moment and getting ready to go it is retrograde, but getting ready to go back into Capricorn. It's going to be the communication because I think they're in Arizona right now. That's what I was saying. We have to start manifesting what we want communication wise. So it's in Gemini. Look to see where Gemini is in your chart. Where is Gemini? What degree is what planets do you have at 2 degrees of Gemini? It's 2 degrees and 6 and 5 seconds. Did you guys hear that? That little ghost. Did you hear that again? I won, $6. I thought you were going to say $6. Please add some zeros. There you go. There are little ghosts in this house knocking and doing all kinds of shit all the time. Okay, so you got to look and see where Gemini is in your chart. So if Gemini falls in your first house and you're a Gemini rising, that affects you one way. If it falls in your 5th house, that affects you another way. Your 10th house of career, another way. Your 6th house of work, another way. Did you just see the flashback there? Was that me? Okay, anyway, somebody is like literally talking over there and I can't hear. 4th house is your house of home. Communication, home. Yeah, the knock, it just came literally. I saw somebody over there and they're like standing right there in my head. Oh, Katie, it's so beautiful. I love it. It's on. I'm wearing it. See? Katie sent this to me yesterday. Well, I don't know when she sent it, but I got it yesterday. Can you see? There it is. And it's beautiful gray and it's shiny. How cute. I'm going to flash it. I'm going to flash it. See? That's what I'm going to do. Someone is communicating with me, but I'm ignoring them because I don't know what they want. They sometimes scare me over there. Probably spying or whatever it is. But anyway, wherever the Gemini is in your chart, is it in your, okay, like 4th house of home? That's where the communication needs to happen. Is it in your 10th house of career? Is it in, okay, birthmarks. There is a theory that the birthmark is possibly how you got wounded in a past life, or the birthmark is connecting. Oh, Gemini rising. Then the new moon is on your personality. Rising sign is personality. Gemini new moon on your personality means you need to communicate. Gemini in moon. No, it's a Gemini new moon tomorrow. 6:36 a.m. people. So we need to write out what we want to have happen. What do we want to have happen? Now, you know that I don't want to set fire to the house again because I did that yesterday. I don't want to do that. And okay, now this eye is getting, I said set fire and it's actually like literally getting cloudy over there and my eye's getting fogged. That is fucking weird, okay? That's just weird. 11:09 there. So you are 2 or 3 hours ahead of us. Okay, so the new moon, write out what your intention is. Other thing too, okay? Other thing, I don't think it's Chester. I would know if it was Chester. The other thing that you want to pay attention to is your crystals. Everybody take their crystals outside if you want, and they won't get stolen. It depends if they're going to get stolen, right? Take your crystals outside. Let the new moon energy, if you want your crystals to talk to you, yes, always someone's trying to connect, but sometimes I don't give a shit. So, yeah, I feel you, so Ghost. They always bug in, right? Yeah, no one cares what they say. Thank you for that. Okay. Put your crystals outside. If you want your crystals to talk to you more, they can be cleansed in the new moon phase. So, and then we have an eclipse coming up on June 5th. Let me check that. Because that eclipse, I believe it's a lunar eclipse. Let me just check. And it's getting freezing in here. They're coming in here and they just fucking won't leave it alone. Okay, lunar eclipse at 15 Sag. 34, so it's going to be in opposition to the sun. So we're going to have sun in Gemini and lunar eclipse, full moon in Sagittarius, right? Sagittarius. So that's going to be a combination of different things coming up. But we have this series of events coming up. So pay attention also with the way the energy is right now. Sagittarius is worldwide events. So look for something to happen worldwide. So new moon, make sure, well then the full moon eclipse is going to be on your moon. So you got to see where your moon is placed. Stella! I can't stop saying it. All right, I'll calm down. Somebody was talking about Seinfeld today. Oh my God, I just forgot about it, but it struck me as really funny. So what we do in the new moon, we write out what we want. Do we want happiness, joy, peacefulness, love, whatever it is, okay? Whatever it is, we do that. And then we look to see the other things. Do we want, like we ask for stuff that we want from other people. Then we leave our crystals outside. And in the new moon phase, remember this, in the new moon phase, whatever you start in the new moon phase will take 2 weeks to come into accumulation. So if you start a new project, a new conversation, a new communication, by the time we have the full moon lunar eclipse, you will have an outcome to whatever it is you're doing, a beginning stage, you will have an understanding of. So the new moon is used to work, and it's haircut day on the new moon, but unfortunately, I cut my hair today. I fucked up, didn't I? Anyway, it's the only way I could get in. I'll go where I have to go, but I'm doing other beauty things. Like I will be changing all my jewelry out tomorrow. I need darker on my nose. I can't see it. I'm so sick of the light. I can't deal with it. I need help doing this, and this crystals outside tonight. Don't make sure they don't get stolen, but the new moon is at 6:36 a.m. unless you're going to get up at 5 a.m. and put them out. Have them absorb as the moon goes into its new phase, because then it cleanses the crystals. New, wash, new, right? Okay, so after that, and remember, we're getting ready, 6/17 on Rascal Pants' birthday, we've got Mercury retrograde. That's going to be a freaking doozy. And then after that, we've got Neptune. And then after that, we've got Uranus on my birthday. I am very Uranian, so that's okay with Uranus in the first house. That's okay with me because I'm batshit crazy anyway, and I don't fucking care, right? I can see you right there. I mean, I see you right there, Linda, if you just asked me that. And then we've got Mars. Mars is the big one. And then, let's see, should I cut off? You know what? I can't answer all these. Rascal Pants is Lila. Rascal Pants will be 9 on the 17th of June. And it's going to be Uranus going retrograde. So that ought to be fun. I'm going to enjoy that because I'm retrograde Uranian anyway. Like I'm a bit, you know. Oh, shit. I just spilled this on the table. You made me laugh. If you want to pierce your nose, wait till your piercer gets in. Or, I mean, some people can pierce at home. It depends if you know, the piercer. But yeah, it didn't really hurt. Actually, mine were pierced both. I did 2. You can't even see them, 2. But I put 2 there. And I like a hoop and I like a dark. I'm putting in my black diamond again. I can't do, this is Morganite. It was my warrior phase, but now it's been 2 months and I can't do it. It's like, you know, I got to put in something where I can see something on my face. Anyway, they did it freehand. So it was like a freehand. I enjoy it. It depends your nose and where you pierce them. I like everything pierced, right? I'm obsessed with you for being obsessed with my videos. I like everything pierced. I just like things. Yes, please leave Albert. We've had this discussion 5,000 times. I think piercings are great. I like all kinds of piercings. All right, let's see. I pierced my bottom lip with a safety pin. Okay. I don't know about that. That's what Jason did with his ears. He gauged his ears himself when he was 12, and I'll never forget this. So I was reading, I'll talk about blocking negative energy. I don't know. I had the rats in the front of my car. So I was reading a client of mine when Jason was 12, down at the kitchen table, and he comes downstairs and he's like bleeding, and I'm like, what did you do, right? Oh my God, thank you so much. Okay, geez, okay, thank you. Oh my God, hold on, I've got to look at that. Let me look at that. Designing. Interesting. The necklace that you're designing will be a success, but it takes cycles of 3, okay? 3 and 3 and 3 for it to work. So there's a 3-month time frame. Then there's another time frame where you don't think it will work, and then there's another time frame. So 3, 6, 9 months. So within 9 months, yes, it will be marketable within 9 months. That's what it feels like. So there's 3 cycles of 3. Yeah, no, there's 3 cycles of 3. Crap, that must be a nice necklace. You already have fans. 3 cycles of 3 for the necklace to work. And I feel like somewhere in December, there's some kind of deal with it. I think you're talking marketing deal. That's what I think you're talking. And I think it'll be 9 months. 3, 3, and 3, okay? Albert's not a joke. He's a name of a troll and a joke, perhaps. But we don't know Albert. So yeah, I feel, yeah, that's great. Doesn't matter what it is. It's fine. Her necklace will go. 3, 3, and 3. 3, 6, 9. 9 months. 9 months in December, some sort of marketing deal. So that's what I will say with that. Okay, so yeah, definitely with that. It's some kind of manifesting necklace, right? Okay. Now, when you guys are talking about blocking negative energy, apparently, with the rats under my hood and the poor little mouse, people can send you negative energy ad nauseum all freaking day long. All day long, okay? People can fuck with you. People can look at you on the sidewalk and think something shitty. They don't even know you, but they could be, oh, bitch, you know, like whatever. They can do all kinds of things like that, all right? They can do a lot of bullshit. So I've told you this like a bazillion times. I literally will use salt and coconut oil in the bath and cleanse myself constantly. I literally pray, and I do basically banishing candles all the time to send back wherever the fuck it came from. None of my business. You can put vinegar in the bath too, absolutely. But I do banishing candles to send it back, because even if someone is jealous or envious or bitchy or Epsom salts, you can use Epsom salts for sure. Epsom salt is great. There's a brand of Epsom salts, which I just tried recently, that has lavender in it. You can use that. Yeah, hater repellent. Also, when I walk in a room full of people, which I try not to do often, but when I walk in a room full of people, I literally walk in pretending that I have mirrors around me. So if you fucking saying some shit about me, I'm sending it right back to you. I have no interest in dealing with you. So I send it right back. That's what I do. I literally send it back. So again, Sage, thank you so much for that, you guys. Sage is really good. I love all the super chats. I'm so appreciative of it, you guys. Okay, so Sage is good. No, oh, see, I can't turn my neck. Sage, I was looking for my bells. Sage is really good, but when you gong a room, you neutralize the energy right away. Sage is not going to work on really, really heavy demonic spirits. It's not going to work, okay? Okay, schizophrenia. This is my belief. Himalayan pink rock salt is perfect. Actually, any kind of salt, because it's just about the salt. Yeah, sage is beautiful. I mean, you could wear a big clove of garlic around your neck, right? Here's my garlic chunk. You can answer your door and then be like, here's garlic around my neck. Okay, so here's the thing with schizophrenia. I like to talk about this. This is just my personal experience. I'm not a medical doctor, but it's been dealing with people for years and years and years in my life, reading them. And the ones that came to me that were schizophrenic, I noticed several things, and I took note of this for years. I noticed that, number one, they come from households where there's a very rigid religion. Like it's, okay, let's say like insanely Southern Baptist, insanely evangelical. I don't mean just a little. I mean like completely, like really rigid. So when you are a psychic child, all right, and you feel and see energies, but you're told that you're evil and it's the devil, depending on what, it could be any religion. It could actually be like something like whatever else too, right? So you're very, very rigid religion. And there's usually tyrannical, good word. There's usually some kind of splitting in early childhood due to some kind of hidden abuse. Either beatings in the house, hidden abuse, sexual abuse, priest abuse, something like that. So when the child grows up, number one, they're terrified, okay? They're terrified of the fact that they can see things. So then when they go out into the world and they're psychic, but because of their own belief system, something doesn't shut down. So for example, I can feel things or whatever, and sometimes I can be really psychic, and other times I don't care, and I'm not psychic at all, and I don't care. But what happens to these kids is because of whatever trauma in childhood and the splitting. Now, it could be just somebody screaming at you, like in your face, like this, or somebody punching you, or somebody raping you. I mean, it can be the extreme, and it can be mildly extreme along with the rigidity, okay? It can be all of those things. So, what happens is those kids, when they open up psychically, because of their guilt and their shame and their depression and whatever, they open their energy fields and they are not shut down. They can't shut them down. They are not able to shut them down. I know. Let's see. What are your thoughts? I don't have any idea what you're talking about. Okay. I have. Yeah, that's what happens. Crazy extreme. Yeah, the religion. But the religion opens them up. So when they start talking to people like that and they're told they're crazy and they're shunned from their family, then, well, sometimes though, sometimes with, sorry, my ear is itchy again. You know why? Because that little stud fell out up there and then the other part goes down here. I don't call it mental illness the way that other people do. Again, I'm not a medical doctor. But OCD causes intrusive thoughts. But where do the intrusive thoughts start from? The intrusive thoughts start from the fact that those people sometimes can have loops, OCD loops, and also things like demons. I use the word demons. What I mean by that is entities that are unknown to human beings. So entities that we don't know what they are. So imagine this, and this happens all the time. You want to know what happens all the time? Right now with the veil this thin, okay? The veil is this thin. Thank you for that. Let's read. That was a big, long one. Let's read that one. Both are I'm mentally unstable because I've... Okay, I'm going to answer that, Tracy Harper there. Remember, Tracy Harper, I'm talking to you about your grandkids, but in a second, I got to finish this train of thought. Okay, so when you're looking, I don't think schizophrenia is mental illness the way that we think it. Because remember, mental illness goes at the disease that it is a brain defect, as in the brain is broken, okay? The brain is broken. I look at it as a spiritual, energetic thing that causes that, okay? A lot of psychic people are accused of it. A lot of them are accused of being mentally ill. In fact, locked in. A lot of episodes happened to me. I was called it as a child. You're mentally ill. You're this, you're that. Go to the shrink. Go to the clinic. Lock you up. Whatever. I'm nothing. It's like, this is just who I am, and this is what I pick up. Now, keep in mind, if you're in a religion where you see something and they tell you you're crazy because you see it and that it is a devil, but you're seeing somebody's grandmother, how do you think that makes you feel? How do you think that makes you feel? Like you're a little kid, you're 7, and somebody comes to you psychically and you're like, oh, I saw Nana, and Nana was there. And then you're like, oh my God, exorcise the child. And you beat the shit out of the child because you're Mormon and you want to torture them. So the child's like, fuck, I'm crazy, right? So the child will take it on just to get the approval of the family at a certain time. The other thing is, when it comes to picking up on a psychic level, keep in mind, when you have shame, guilt, and trauma, all right? Shame, guilt, and trauma, your energy field basically kind of becomes very weak. So it's like, you know those socks you wear out and you have like a hole and you're like, I'll just put the sock on, but then your toe goes through the hole. That allows entities, I'm going to use the word entities, not necessarily demonic, but just non-human energy forms. How about that? Non-human energy forms. It allows non-human energy forms to come into your auric field and attach themselves. So what does a person who's a child, who's guilt and shamed and all of that, do when a non-energy form comes into their life and does that? What do? What happens to them? They start to go crazy because they'd rather take that on and say they're crazy than stand up for themselves because they are, whatever. It's not always evil spirits. Sometimes it's hitchhikers. That's a very good word. It's they can be evil. Now, there's a thing, my Jason used to see this when he was young. My Jason used to see it all the time. He used to come home and say to me, those people don't have souls in their body, disincarnate bodies. There are vehicles walking around on earth like cars without drivers, okay? Yeah, exactly. That's like wearing, I know hitchhikers come in. Oh, you can tell when they come in. You start doing fucking crazy shit and you can see it in people. I've always seen it. They shape shift and come right out of the people. Like you will see a person who sits down and looks at you and suddenly they look at you and they're like, what is that? You can see them and they come out of the face. That's actually a shift in consciousness. Now, if you have a religious upbringing and you're constantly told you're crazy, 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 then you start to think you're crazy, crazy, crazy. Faces melting, yes. Eyes change, they go dark. Yeah, I used to see it as a child. People used to tell me to shut up all the time. I used to see it all the time, right? All the time. And that's just natural. My Jason saw it. Lila's seen it. People have seen it. They see stuff. It's what happens. I know, I love the flowers. And here's the other thing. People go, how do you clear? I'm going to say this again. I hate brushing my teeth. Hate brushing my teeth. Don't know why I hate it. I just do. It's because it's more work. I got enough work to do. The toothbrushing thing throws me over the edge in the morning. I'd rather just like eat mints and pretend I brushed my teeth. Anyhow, if you stop brushing your teeth long enough, you're going to have problems in your mouth. So what you have to do, what you literally have to do with that, psychic cleansing, it's like psychic hygiene. You actually have to keep cleansing yourself all the time. You can't just do it one day and then go, I'm clean. And people don't know that. People don't, look, I'm going to itch my eye again because why? We're getting the allergies again. It's nighttime and here they come. I'm not sure about the frequencies. Yeah, well, you can get non-fluoride toothpaste for that. Okay, Tracy asked the question about her kids. Here's the thing, Tracy, and I'm going to say this to you. All us parents got some bitch-ass times with our kids. Fact, true. Anybody that goes around going, my kids are wonderful and they love me is a fucking pathological liar. Kids want what they want when they want it, even grown kids, because you've taken care of them and you probably let them get away with too much, okay? You probably let them get away with way too much in their life. So when you cut anybody off of what they want, they're going to get angry at you. If you cut me off from Starbucks, I'm cussing you out. Not because it has anything to do with you, but because I want my freaking Starbucks, okay? So when they shut down hi Montreal, when they shut down the Starbucks line, Yoga Pants is whatever he is in those he probably wears those really skin tight yoga pants with a little jock strap in there. That's right. That's what I think of LA's mayor. And that's what I mean. Don't walk on the dry sand. Just go to the wet sand. Okay? Because I'm a crazy covert narcissist and I'm going to make up word salad just to fuck with your heads. Because that has a lot to do with health. The wet sand and the dry sand. That's right. All right. So anyway, Tracy, what you need to do with your kids, you need to tell your kids, I have to set boundaries. And you have, Penticton, that's where Johnny's from. Oh my God. I just saw Penticton there. Wait, no, Skaha Lake. That's where Johnny grew up. Skaha Lake. I'm like, wait, the Okanagan down there, the Ogopogo. Okay. So what you do with your kids is it probably will take 4, 5, 6 months, could take a year. You reach out to your kids. You tell your kids you love them. I've gone through this. When you cut your kids off from whatever it is they want, and it starts with the bottles and the boob when you're little, right? They cry and they throw tantrums, only you don't remember that. Hi, Alberta, Canada. You don't remember that because they're just little. So you cut them off, Tracy. Not cut them off. You stick to your boundaries. You tell them, I love you. When they call you a bitch and whatever they're going to call you because you don't help them, you say, I'm really sorry. I love you and I'm here. Call me when you want to. And then you keep your ground and you don't try to make them love you. That's a manipulation. If I don't get what I want and I throw a tantrum, I'm manipulating you. So you have to stand in your power and your love and say, I love you. Oh, Toronto, my hometown. Love it. You have to say, Tracy, I love you to your daughters. And then remember, it's Venus retrograde. Venus goes direct on the 24th of June, so they'll probably change a little bit. And when they do change, have an adult relationship with them. You're going to have to go through this. You're going to have to wean yourself off of being codependent on your daughters loving you if you do for them, because you cannot keep doing for them. You can do for them, but you have to step back a bit and say, you count as much as, oh, Burbank, I could see you in the morning in Burbank. I could run right over and go, hey, I'm exactly 8 miles from you right now. So what you have to, okay, 4 months is okay. I didn't talk to my Jason for a long time when I tough loved him when he was a teenager. It's been 14, 24, hold on, 10, 14 years, and I'm still getting the silent treatment at times, okay? I'm still getting the silent treatment at times because of what I did when he was 14. Seriously, yeah, 4 months is nothing. It could take 2 years, or they may never call. They may never call, but I'm sure they will call. You have to set your boundaries. All us moms have to set our boundaries, because it's not okay for us to be walked over. It's not okay. When they're adults, they're adults. If you're talking about an 11-year-old, that's different. But look what happens when you tell a teenager, okay, this was an argument in my face. Okay, this was an argument when I was a kid. When my kid was a kid. I'm not saying which kid. It could have been both kids. But I literally had one of my kids come home. I'm serious. They were 15 and say to me, fuck you. You're the only mother. You're the only mother. You don't let us do drugs or drink in the house. I am not joking you. I had that said to me. You're the worst mother on the planet. That's why no one ever comes here. Nobody likes you. This went on day in and day out, Nobody likes you. You don't have any friends because you don't let us do drugs in the house. That's right, you assholes. I'm your mother. I'm not going to let you do drugs in the house. So I just kept saying, I'm your mother. I'm not your friend. I'm not letting you do drugs in that. No, I'm serious. And this was exactly the truth. When that son turned 17, he turned around and said to me, you're a good mother. I know why you did that. Okay. But when he was 14 and 15, he was going to houses where, I told you, one of his best friends, I'm not telling you which son, but one of the best friends, when he was 14, I went to pick him up at the friend's house. I went to pick him up. And you know what he said? The father of my son's friend. And I just walked in the backyard. There were a bunch of parents and kids picking their kids up from a party. Oh, hey, Sloan, how are you? I'm like, how are you, so-and-so? Do you want something to drink? That's a normal question. I'm like, no, thanks. Listen to this one. My kid's 14. Do you want some cocaine? I'm like, no, I'm just here to get my fucking son, but thank you so much. Seriously, okay? Seriously. The other parents gave their kids drinks and drugs, and those kids have drinking and drug problems now. I'm not saying you're not going to have it, but if you're a parent and you break down because you want to be cool, and trust me, it hurts to be called screamed at, especially if they come home in a drunken rage and you haven't given them the alcohol and they're teenagers and they're like, fuck you, you won't let me do drugs, okay? And your son, no, my son went back all the time. Do you know how I got him with that? I wasn't going to cut my son off because you can't stop your kids from doing drugs. You cannot stop them from doing drugs or sex or whatever. You have to educate them. So this is how I educated him. I didn't want him to know that I was trying to control him like I was, fiercely trying to control him. So I really did this. He would stay overnight at that kid's house, but he'd ask me to pick him up at like 1 in the afternoon. So I would tell him, you can go to so-and-so's house, but I have to work in the morning. So when I come home from running, I'm going to come pick you up at 7 in the morning. So he couldn't go out and do the drugs and alcohol or whatever they were doing at night because he couldn't sleep in to sleep it off because I was picking him up at 7. So he came home sober at 7. Those other kids were drunk and high all the way. This is what I was told, okay, later on. So I gave him his freedom. You've got to educate your kids because they're always going to be people. There's people out there now. Look, when you go into a bar, people sit there and they do shit. They're like, here, have a drink, have food. I had a friend, when I was having my panic attacks and shit, and she would try to shove food down my throat. Now I have a phobia about food poisoning. This is when I lost my mind. Remember I told you I was so crazy. I just couldn't eat all this food because I was afraid that somebody was going to poison me. Okay, seriously. So while I'm super, super skinny, having terrible panic attacks, basically a breakdown, and I've told you guys on the other videos, I can't even get into it again. She kept trying to feed me, and it would give me anxiety, right? This is why I can't do Botox, because it's botulism, which is food poisoning. This is going to stop me from looking younger. I will, however, get a facelift, but I just cannot do Botox or fillers because food poisoning, and that is my phobia. So anyway, she kept trying to feed me, literally put food in my mouth. And I'm like, can you please stop doing that? And do you know, every time I go out to a bar or a restaurant for 30 something years, people are like, have a drink. Do you want a drink? Do you want some alcohol? Do you want some wine? Every single time. It's like, do you not know I don't drink by now? Do you not? I know. See, I do move my eyebrows. Of course, I've never had Botox. Why would I do that? I love expression. Look, there. You see the wrinkles? Anyway, it was just really interesting because people will ask, do you want drinks? Do you want that? No, seriously, I don't do Botox. Not that I wouldn't. I just don't like botulism. That is my phobic. If I put it into my body, I'm going to be in a mental hospital. No, I'm serious. I want to look good. I want to do all that shit. But I'm telling you, I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. John will tell you this. We'll be on the phone with a doctor or a shrink. I will probably be sedated in a straitjacket by the end of it. So I just can't risk doing it. Can't risk it. And you know what? I can't help it. I look how I look. If you don't fucking like it, don't talk to me. Yes, Barbara Eden. Thank God. Okay, I'm okay with looking like Barbara Eden. Not at 80, because I'm not 80 yet, but whatever. Okay, so with Keith and, oh, I didn't mean to say which kid. Anyway, whichever kid it was, I basically did my best. I let them go out with their friends. I mean, I would sit at home stewing, okay? And I couldn't wait to get up at 4 a.m, go running. And literally I would be at this person's house at like 6:45 in the morning. And Keith would give me I said it. Keith would give me the dirtiest freaking look. Like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, I can't come get you. I'm working. I can't. Because I would have clients in the house. So I would just pretend like I was on the phone and in the house and all of that, okay? No, I'm not getting a facelift now. I'm just saying one day I will do a facelift, but I will not do Botox because it's food poisoning. It's called botulism. I can't even go there in my head. And I just can't go there in my fucking head. No. I'm telling you, I didn't eat solid food for 3 years. Nothing. Because of the food poisoning that was living in my brain that wasn't really there. Because of my breakdown, okay? And I told you about that. But seriously, exactly. I don't know who needs an apology. Anyway, I'm just going, well, I'm trying to age naturally. It does get hard though. Like when you start looking at yourself and you see everything, brain poisoning. Yeah, no, it wasn't really brain poisoning. I literally had a nervous breakdown. Oh, don't be, yes, I don't think you're talking about me. Don't be mean, trolls. Yeah, no, the food poisoning is just terrifying OCD of mine, right? Just so can't go there. I also can't eat pork and will never eat pork. I have the swallowing issues, okay? The swallowing issues. So anything that makes me think I'm going to get poisoned and my throat's closing, like shrimp, I cannot put shrimp on a plate. And if somebody has shrimp on their plate and I'm sitting next to them, I can't eat the shrimp on their plate. Like, I mean, like if I want to, I'm sorry, the rice or something or the salad, I can't do it. I just can't. Because if I see a shrimp, it automatically gives me a panic attack. I start to have a panic attack because I'm like, oh my God. Because I can't eat pork. I just can't eat. It just makes me gag. I can't. You know what else makes me gag? If you go to, I don't even know if they're open. I probably shouldn't say this. What is it? Outback Steakhouse chicken. When I cut into the chicken and I eat the chicken, it closes my throat. It could be my pretend anxiety, but I think it closes my throat. Applebee's, I'm never eating there again. I had such a bad panic attack in Applebee's probably 15 years ago. I will never eat there. I'm sure it had nothing to do with the food. It's just me. It's something in the preservatives. Yeah, I can't do the pork. I can't. Veal, I've never eaten in my life. No. Yeah, I'm not going to eat the soy burgers either that Bill Gates is pushing. Yeah, Applebee's has way too many preservatives in it, I think. OCD. Yeah, I was diagnosed with OCD as a 4-year-old. So I had OCD, ADD, dyslexia, and I was hyper as fucking hell, allergic to chocolate. So if you gave me chocolate, I ran whatever. It just made me freaking crazy, okay? Just crazy. But when you're looking at kids and drugs, when you're doing it, there were a lot of, I told you this, there were a lot of parents that my kids were around, their friends, that gave at 13 and 14 the kids alcohol and gave them pot and thought it was okay to do that. With black bean burgers sounds good. That actually sounds really good. So there were a lot of these parents that did it because they wanted to be in the clique. And I was never in the clique because I just wasn't going to do it. And I will tell you this for you mothers of young boys out there. There was one of my kids' friends' mothers who was, and another one at the high school that was, they'd get drunk and they'd fuck all the high school boys. This was mothers who had boys that were in high school would sleep with the other boys' children. That's exactly right. Seriously, they would do that. No, they did it and everybody knew it. And no, seriously, this shit goes on. They do drugs, they do alcohol, they give it to the boys. And another thing that went on, no, really, another thing that went there, oh yeah, no, they're pigs. And they're the cutest mothers too. One of them was super cute, totally super cute, like cute little blonde, had a cute husband. Both of them are very attractive women, really attractive. No one told on them. I heard about it after the fact. I heard about it actually from other parents. No, really. And they would give the kids alcohol. I had parents call me and say, is it okay if I give your son beer? And I'm like, he's 14. It's not fucking okay. It's never going to be fucking okay. I had relatives that gave my 15 and 16-year-old at the times that they were that age, relatives, pot and beer because it was the holidays and it was okay, and caused me to blow up and go bananas. And then I'm looked at as crazy because I'm not like cool and I'm never going to be cool. No, I'm telling you, you're going to fight it when you're kids. I mean, it's terrible. I was not popular with the other mothers in the high school. I mean, in the elementary school. In fact, people hated my guts because I just was like, I'm not doing that. You're not coming to the house and you're not freaking doing drugs in my house. Go outside, sneak around and drink and do drugs like the rest of us had to. Go have sex in somebody's car like everybody else. It's not happening. It's not happening. So anyway, that's actually what happened. But there were many. But my kids hated me. So to answer any mother's question, it is abusive. That's common sense. But absolutely, I got yelled at daily. I got called every name in the book. I got called, you have no, 4 years. I actually would sneak off and eat dinner in my car because I would get talked about because I wouldn't it's normal. What's wrong with you? This and that. And I'm like, no, it's perfectly fine. No, it's fine because kids have to grow. I know, right? Kids have to grow and they have to learn. If they think they can do it, and boys are going to dominate women because that's how men are. Meaning, naturally, men are dominant. They're strong. They're the ones that, hunt. They hunt and gather. Women are not that way. So boys, if the boys don't have an extremely aggressive male figure, so let's say they have a different kind of father, but not an aggressive one who tells them to shut the hell up, any kids really, and get the hell out of everybody's face, then you're going to have boys that think that they're the men, and then they're going to, like that. But I know, but you know what? They turned out good and they've got a common sense. I'm not saying they don't do whatever, but considering it's terrible social conditioning. It's terrible. And the schools aren't better. Oh, no sleepovers. I didn't do that because I don't trust other people's parents. California I wish I hadn't raised them here. It is terrible. But you know what? Truth be told, the places where the relatives were, where they gave the kids drinks and alcohol and all the kids were drug addicts, were little tiny places in Canada. Where I grew up in Toronto, bad drugs. No, it's terrible. You can't, you know what? You can't when you're parenting. So any parent out there, you get your strength. We're taught, here's what we're taught. We're really taught energetic, and this is an energy thing. If I love you, right, and you hurt me, so look at it in terms of a boyfriend and a girlfriend. If you do something to your loved one, you say bad words, you call them names, I don't want you to do it if I love you. So I will pretty much bend over backwards to get you not to do it. That never works. You have to stand your ground. It may take you a long time, but it's going to get to the point where you have no choice but to do it. So yeah, drugs and booze are everywhere and we glorify it. Everybody comes home and they have a drink and they have a this, and people talk about their shitty ass wine. Don't yell at me, wine lovers. They all go on those wine tours and the drinking tours. It's like, it's fucking grapes. It's grapes. Do you really think grapes are that important? But they do. So they've built it. They just like they say diamonds are important. Why are diamonds a stone for wedding? Why isn't something, yeah, I know. I'm sure I was poisoned in a past life. That's it. I mean, the poisoning. But yeah, I tried my best. It's not even about really parenting my kids. I was not going to put that on my soul where I did drugs or gave alcohol to my kids. I wasn't going to do it. It's not going on my soul, because if a kid has an issue and the kid dies from drugs or alcohol and the parent engaged in that, the parent's going to carry it. And I just was not willing to do that. So, because monkey see, monkey do. I really believe that. If you do it to your kids and you get an alcoholic or a drug addict, you got to know it's your fault. If it turns out that your kids are that way, but you're not the one that did it, then you're not in line with encouraging that behavior. I was not going to put that on me. Not going to happen. That's how I felt about it. Happy wedding anniversary. So yeah, I couldn't carry it. I just couldn't. The guilt would kill me. So my kids literally never saw me do it. I never had a glass of wine with dinner. I never did that shit because it just was not going to. Oh, good for you for stopping drinking. It just wasn't going to be something they were going to blame on me. Now, honestly, if they saw ice cream and whipped cream in there, they can blame that on me. I used to put whipped cream in a cup and put chocolate sauce on it and tell them that it was like dessert. Because I figured, what the hell? I tried to teach them to eat right. No, I don't see the ghost right now. It was actually an older man that was over here. But when you're parents, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad, Kaylee. No feeling bad. You have to remember alcohol law. Oh, it's called spirits, for God's sakes. Oh, my son called me Carol Brady. Oh my God. Yeah, this was the best one that one of my kids said to me. Carol Brady's really super good. Do you know she was a hypnotist at the end of her life? She did hypnosis. She studied here in the San Fernando Valley. Did you also know that Dee Stone, do you guys know who Dean Stone? No, don't feel like a horrible mother. We're all horrible mothers. There's no freaking book on it. So there's no book on mothering. So whatever I did, I've apologized to my kids the best I can. I was not a great mother. I was too busy in the middle, engaged in a war with somebody else in the family, not a good mother. However, I did the best I could to do it. But, to parent children, you have to have a really stable relationship at home. And if you don't have that and you're in the middle of an argument all the time, or I apologize all the time. Keith told me it was okay. Jason still, it's undecided with Jason whether he's accepted my apology. But Keith told me it's okay. And he gave me a hug. My Keith, it's okay. He's gotten over it. Jason's still a little bit pissed about shit. But yeah, the oldest one is always mad. Of course. Yes, the oldest one's mad. Keithy kind of is okay. I mean, I don't think Jason's mad. I just think he's indifferent to it. If he gets mad, then he's going to be like, you're the bad parent. Keith is a Sag, yeah. No, it's fine. Kids, I take no, it is what it is. You can't, nobody, this is where we all make mistakes, in my opinion. Just my opinion. I am not a shrink. I'm not a doctor. I'm a nobody. But in my opinion, I'm somebody to hear. But in my opinion, we have an expectation that when we have children, it should turn out well. We also have an expectation that we should live to be old. You know, people are born. We think that our children shouldn't die or that our parents shouldn't die. Bullshit. We come onto this planet and it's a roller coaster ride, and there is absolutely no guarantees and no expectation. So for crotch 19, I'm totally switching topics. For crotch 19, for people to think, okay, in crotch 19 going on right now, for people to think they have an expectation to live and that no one should die, you're full of shit. You come onto this planet, we all die, get over it, live in the moment, enjoy yourself now. If you're a bad parent, make amends for it. If you're a good parent, keep doing that. If you're a good spouse, try. If you're a bad spouse, make amends for it. Just continue to grow, because you have no idea when you're going to leave the planet, and you are not entitled to live a long life or a good life or have happy kids. You don't know the karma behind it, right? You don't know what the karma is. Maybe your kids, maybe it's a battle. Maybe you need to see this. Maybe this needs to go on. And I don't feel bad a bit if my kids are mad at me, because I did the best I could. That's all I can do. And I know deep down they love me and I love them. So it's good. That's a good thing. So that's all we can do. And I will apologize for my wrongdoing. I do not have to be right. Not with you, not with them, not with Johnny, not with anybody. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna let it go, always have, and I'm still going to continue to try to be a good parent. Although they're adults, they're gonna make their choices. You guys all make your choices. You know, I choose to make my choice. There's a lot of people, I mean, there's a lot of parents out there that have grown kids who don't like the choices these grown kids make, right? So forgive yourself for the parenting. There's no freaking book, and it's all karma. It's all, you pull a child's soul in and you do the best you can, and you just keep hoping that you do what you do. And then there's some parents that are vicious. There's those parents too, right? Yeah, exactly. I know they're the most pain. The pain starts, let's see, same here, so except with 14-year-old girls and oh my God, the girls. I might have liked the girls. I love the girls. I love my son's girlfriends. Love them, because I'm just like, let's do hair. My boys would pull the girls back and say, why are you hanging out with my mom? I'm like, because they like makeup, and let's go do our nails. And all the little girlfriends down the street that my boys had, I took those little girls and I scooped those little girls up. I love them. So when girls came in the house, I was like, oh my God, little girls are coming in the house and we can go get our nails done. So I love that. I really probably should have been a girl mom, because I don't know, boys are like, you know, I love my boys, but when they brought the girls home, right? Yeah, well, because you want them not to make mistakes, but here's the karmic thing. How do we judge mistakes? So how do, somebody lost 50 pounds. Good for you. I wanted boys too. I wanted both boys. I did not want girls. Okay, wait, why is your hair falling out on the front? That's not good. That's stress maybe, or something you're eating. 5 daughters, oh my God. Yeah, no, see, why do we judge mistakes? When people say this happened and they judge it as this, I'm like, how do you know it's actually bad? Maybe it's protection. Maybe it's learning. Maybe you know what to do. I know 2 boys. The boys are wild. My boys were so wild. They were hilarious. But you know what? Looking back on it, yeah, stress and meds. Get off the stress and meds. Okay, let's look at that. My boys were so wild, like so wild, that I was just like, what the fuck are they going to do next? However, looking back on it, I'm so glad that they did this, because they are so unique. I mean, when I'm looking at them, and they've done so well, that I'm like really proud of them, because they could have gone a different way, and they're so great, and they're both nice people. So, you know, Jason got his Kenna, Lila, and baby Jack, and Keithy's got his friends, and I'm happy. I'm so happy. So, I mean, like, I'm happy. They're going to be good people. And if I disappeared off the planet right now, they would be good people. So that's all. 3 girls and 1 boy. Oh, cute. Well, that boy's cute. That boy's probably a good boy, because he's got all the women. The women. I had all boys in the house, so I was like a foul-mouthed, rough mother. I do find boys are more sensitive than girls, though. 4 teenagers in a lockdown. That's not even funny. That's not funny at all. I can't even. 3 girls and the oldest boy, 19. Very sweet. Wait, I'm so proud. One son. There you go. All the kids are great. All kids are great, whether they're good or bad. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I tried the best I could, but you know what? A lot of people want to corrupt. People do not understand teenagers in lockdown. I would let my kids out. See, I'd be a bad mother that way. I would sneak and drive them somewhere just so some other parent could deal with them at this point. But so many people try to corrupt youth, and I figured out it's like an energy balance, because when kids are young, they have this beautiful energy, and there's people out there in the world that see your kids as light and beautiful, and they want to take them. These are your drug dealers in schools. These are your people that give your kids steroids so they can get on the football team. These are those mothers that have parties at the house and want to be the best mothers, so they give the kids drugs because they're losers. It's that, or alcohol. It's those parents, they're corruptive. So the thing in life is to not allow corruptive people around your children, but you can't really control it. So you've got to educate them about what corruption is and what it really does to your soul later on. That's what you have to do. And it's very, very hard. It's very hard to do. When you watch them, super hard. Yeah, terrible. Okay, so, and then what was I going to say? There was some other question that someone else asked me and I can't even remember. So let's do the cards. You can't stop though who your kids hang out with. Like you can see it in some kids. If your kids, low estrogen too. Yeah. Oh, that's too bad. Some kids are so empathic that it is part of their psychic life to put themselves in positions where they are going to be, traumatized through friends, so they can understand the way energy works. So you can't protect them from everything, okay? You can't. Oh, and in the lockdown, let's talk about people that are depressed for a second in the lockdown. Number one, most important thing, I hope everybody's doing it no matter what. Number one, most important thing, you guys, so important, wherever you live, wherever, I don't care if it's in an apartment, a box, a big, huge house. I love my kids too. I don't care where you live, you've got to exercise. You've got to correct your brain chemistry. Exercise has been proven more effective than psych meds. Now, I've said if you need psych meds, okay, and you're having a breakdown, as I've said, when I had to wean myself off them because I was psychotic and in a psychotic break, that's what they called it. You've got to take the psych meds if you can't sleep, whatever, and then you've got to wean yourself off of it later on. But the way to correct the brain chemistry is to exercise, run, exercise cardiovascular, buy an indoor bike. If it's snowing in where you are, do whatever you can do. Walk around the block, walk to the store, go to the gas station, park your car, walk down the street, come back, get the gas, walk, run, whatever you can do. Do jumping jacks, do skipping rope, do anything you can do. No, you're never too pregnant and you're never too old. Walking is great. I was 8 days late. Yeah, walking is good to get the baby out. Anything you can do. Also, I want you stretching, anything. Turn a video on and dance. Turn on those Jane Fonda 1970s, like, woo, aerobics videos. Remember those? Do you remember those? Poor Jane Fonda must just hate the fact those videos are out there. She's like, fuck, the videos are out there. Do that. Okay, wait. Okay, don't worry about taking the meds. Wean yourself off as you get stronger. I had to take them in my life. I'm telling you, I had several nervous breakdowns. So much so that I couldn't even speak to people or look at them, and I had to hide. I was agoraphobic, fucked up phobic, everything. Sometimes you have to take things so you can sleep, so you can get your equilibrium back. Eggs are good for you to get your balance back. If you take Zoloft or whatever it is you take, it can correct your brain chemistry. I know agoraphobic was hilarious for me, and I couldn't shower, so the water hurt my body. So yeah, I did a thing where I wouldn't get in the shower. That's how I started cutting my hair short, actually, because I stopped showering. Just saying. And the voices in my head would tell me to kill myself all the time. Terrible. Okay, terrible social anxiety. Like I really had some full on batshit crazy breakdowns. One time, John had called the shrink and just they were trying to give me medicine to calm my ass down, but I wouldn't take the medicine because I was afraid they were poisoning me. So, I couldn't, if you touched my food, I couldn't, like, I wouldn't eat it because I don't know what you have on your hands. Like, it almost sounds like we're dealing with the shit now. And yet I don't care about that. But no, it was a psychic thing with me. I went through a thing. It was after Jimmy died, and I literally, after I had postpartum, and then my kid's brother died, and then I literally went fucking crazy. Okay. I've never experienced anything like that. And the voices, and there were voices outside of my head, not just in my head, telling me to kill myself. I used to lock myself in the closet so that I wouldn't go kill myself all day long. I kept hearing this. And so I had little Keith, and I had Jason, who was 3.5, 4, so in between there. And then I had Tanner up the street. Should not have been watching any kids. So I thank Tanner and Keith for watching Jason, or Tanner and Jason for watching Keith. Lucky Keith is alive because I was, crawling in and out. I could hardly keep my eyes open, and then I couldn't sleep for months on end. So, wait a second. Let me see this. So, no, don't be sorry. I learned so much from it. Psychics have this happen. You have to understand. You have to understand. It's psychics, this is what happens. They want to put you on meds. So you got to get over it. Let's see. And I fall a lot. It drives me nuts. Oh, honey. Okay. Tia. Okay. So you have the cerebral palsy and you fall a lot. I think you talked to Deanna. I think there. Okay. So you have that. You can't help that, love, right? So so that's a natural thing for your medical condition. So maybe you have to do things. Let's try to do anything to strengthen your balance when you walk. Just anything. Maybe you need to walk with walkers so you don't fall. And it's okay to walk with walkers. Or maybe you can sit on a bike. You don't have to worry about having a walker if you're going to fall. I don't want you to fall and hurt yourself. So whatever you have to do to make yourself move forward is a good thing. Yeah, I had a psychotic. Yeah, no, I know it's a nervous breakdown, but mine was due to psychic phenomenon. A lot of psychics, when they work, it literally opens up their energy, and so they have to pull back. If you're getting I was getting a lot of psychic data at the time, so it was a little bit difficult for me. What happened is this is a true story, just to tell you how it was working. I didn't sleep for 3 months, okay? Like literally didn't sleep, maybe 20 minutes at a time, and I was hypersensitive. I could hear the wording through the walls, or whatever it was, through the walls. So I was acutely aware of everything, like a raw nerve, like a wire raw nerve. It was so uncomfortable. And again, Keith was little. He's going to be 25. So, and Jason will be 28. Anyway, it was a long time ago. Yeah, sleep deprived makes you really Chinese water torture and sleep, not sleeping. Anyway, at that time, I'd come back from the doctor, and the doctor gave me sleeping pills, and I, for some reason, had gotten comfortable. It'd taken several months, but I was going to take the sleeping pills so I could sleep. And I had postpartum. Just keep in mind that I'd just given birth, so we birthed one and buried one, okay? So I was crazy, basically. I can't even explain it, but I was crazy. And poor John was crazy, but not like me. He was in a different way crazy. Yeah, it was so stressful. I saw it psychically. They told me what was happening. I couldn't stop it. I kept talking to him about it, but whatever, it happened. So I went to the pharmacy, and so John said to me, take Keithy, go pick your medicine up. I'll watch Jason, get your medicine, and then you can get some sleep. So it's been a long time with Jimmy, 24 years, and Keithy will be 25. That's how long ago it was. But I told you, when I got pregnant with Keithy, the voice told me that one was leaving and one was coming. So I knew he was going to pass. That's the voice in my head. So the voice told me, you're pregnant, to which I said, I'm pregnant. And then one's coming and one's going. And I was like, fuck, I don't want to be pregnant if that happens. But anyway, it drove me insane. I can really say I was crazy. So I went to pick up the sleeping pills. Okay. I went to sleep out. I went to sleep. I went to pick up the sleeping pills, and I came home. Okay, and so I was so neurotic about taking and being poisoned. I had to have John read the pill, tell me the dosage. I had to look it up. I had to call the psychiatrist. I had to talk to the psychiatrist while John's on the other line. Make sure nobody mixed up the pills because I didn't want to get poisoned. This is true. Anyway, at that time, Jason was sound asleep in his room. I had my room. I mean, me and John's room. And John said, go, you lie down in the bedroom. I'm going to sleep on the couch. You and Keith sleep in the bedroom so that I don't wake you up. Now, this is how weird. For 3 weeks prior to this, I told you this story already, but for 3 weeks prior to this, I literally had been shopping at Mervyn's, if you remember it, in Burbank, looking for a mattress skirt. Do you know what those are? Mattress skirts that go around the bed, the mattress. And it had to match Jason's room. So it had to be the right colors. For 3 weeks, I distracted myself looking for this mattress cover. See, Mervyn's, you remember it. I miss Mervyn's, actually. I'm sorry they're not there. I loved it. Anyway, I had to get this mattress bed skirt. And it had to be fireproof. It was in my head, fireproof, fireproof, fireproof. Meanwhile, I'm not sleeping. So I spent 5 hours a day looking for this fucking thing in Mervyn's, like weird OCD. So I found it. I finally found it. And I put it on Jason's bed around the bottom, put his mattress on, so the bed skirt. And it was fire retardant. And I was so excited, okay? Yeah, like a dust ruffle, but it had to be fire retardant and it had to be the right cover. Open, 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 exactly. But I needed it to be this certain color blue. So I kept going to all the Mervyn's all over town. Found it in Burbank. Anyway, put it on there. So I come home with the sleeping pills. I go to sleep and Johnny tells me go to sleep in the bedroom, right? So that's what I did. Keithy and I were there. So John is asleep on the couch and he can see into Jason's room, kind of. Middle of the night, no joke. He wakes up and he sees like light coming out of Jason's room. Tremendous light coming out of there, like a fire. No joke. He falls back to sleep, wakes up and goes, holy shit, there's a fire in Jason's room. Meanwhile, if we'd have all been in the bedroom, we would have never seen the fire in Jason's room. Listen to this. Lamp fell over in the middle of the night. Keithy's crib was there, but Keith was with me. Keith's crib caught fire. The floor caught fire. It went over to Jason's bed. Bed skirt not on fire. John was able to get Jason out of the bed. No fire. But I had been psychically nuts feeling that. And that's what I call, and I have called it, psychic Tourette's. So when a psychic person gets focused like that, I call it psychic Tourette's. But I was so open psychically that I was insane. So I slept then, and no, John saved him, not me. I didn't save him. I mean, I bought the bed skirt. That was the psychic information. But had John not made the decision not to sleep in the bedroom, so that I could sleep with Keith because I was so nutty and I hadn't slept. And I did sleep for like 2 days. They didn't even wake me up because I slept for like 2 days. So I was able to get rest, but he stopped the fire, but it drove me crazy. Yeah, no, I was psychically crazy. I'm okay with being, you want to call it mental illness, do it. There's no shame in it, but that's what happened. Once I understood how psychic truly works, and what it does when you open up your energy fields, I don't allow that. No, that's true. I mean, I bought that fucking bed skirt and it had to be fire retardant. And at the time it was really hard to find. I don't know, too much coming in at me. And I've always been hypersensitive. So I have to have peace, have to be alone. Anyway, for psychic people and for psychic kids, it's very important that they get it. No, totally okay. But that's actually a true story. Like I know I have bizarre stories. It's weird, but people's lives, that's what I was saying. Nobody's life is, you are not entitled to just live a happy Mary Poppins life. You have to experience, the soul has to experience. So I embrace that now. I embrace the texture. I don't feel sad about it. I feel freaking happy because I understand that it's my path. And when you're a psychic person, for anybody out there that's psychic or does your readings or does your astrology, you're going to experience things, because how are you going to intuitively counsel people if you don't understand what it is? If you don't feel it, you have to feel the texture of life, the different levels to get through. That's what you have to do. So when you feel it, you can then use your experience to help other people who don't understand. So that's how it is. That's how I feel about it. So I really feel that way. But we all have to exercise. And do you know what takes away depression more than anything? Sunshine. Go stand in the sun. And for you people in cold climates with rain and snow and things like that, that I can't here, buy a sun lamp. So put your treadmill on, or put your yoga mat out, or put your dance stuff on and get a sun lamp. Those sun lamps, you know, for seasonal depression, get your sun lamp out. Do that. That's what you need to do. Okay, so that sun lamp, sun is so important. Also, watch what you put in your body. Please watch what you put in your body, because when you're depressed, you will tend to, remember, this is what's happening on the astral level, just so you know. On the astral level, meaning the level outside of where we are on Earth, so just outside energetically, the non-human entities, troublemakers, fuckers, body snatchers, whatever they are, they're not really body snatchers, but the ones that attach to us energetically, they're on the astral level right now, and they talk. So you can't see them, but imagine if you're depressed. It's a sun lamp so that you don't feel sad and depressed. Seasonal depression lamp. Google that and get one of those. I don't possibly think they can be that expensive. But just know that there's entities on the astral level and souls that haven't gone on. And what they do is they talk to us. Okay, so here I am sitting here. And if I'm depressed and I hear a voice that says, just kill yourself, just kill yourself, just fucking eat, just drink, just shoot up, just do this. It's not even you half the time. It's outside of you talking to you. It's outside of you, okay? So you've got to know, you've got to get very clear on, oh, Ambien is a hypnotic. Yeah, hypnotics are no good. They put you into an altered trance state and you're out walking around, and then anything can take over. You've got to know, though, you've got to know, like, you've got to get comfortable with how you feel, because human beings, for the most part, don't kill themselves. It's conversation that drives people crazy, and they never discuss it in any religion, in any spiritual group, in any abundance book. Nobody ever talks about the reality of spiritual warfare from the other side, astral level, on this side to human beings in the body. Nobody talks about it, but it is a thing. So you have to know what you feel like and what you are. That's what you have to know. You have to do it. Okay, now I'm pulling cards because I've been blathering. I went off on a tangent. A tangent. Sorry, you guys. Tangent. Okay. All right. Okay, pile number 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3. Let's see what we're doing. What are we doing? Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. Pick a pile, people. Pick a pile. Pick a pile. Pile a pick. Okay, pile number 1. What's going on, pile number 1? What's going on? What should we do? Pile number 1. Wait, can't pick that, can't pick that. Pile number 1. Pile number 1. Look at that. Look at this pile number 1. Pile number 1 got their power. We got the Empress and we got the Emperor. We got the 2 crown cards here. Here they are, you guys. So we've got 2 people of power connecting in a relationship. And look at this. We've got the Star. So if this is a relationship, because it can be a relationship, but it can also look, as far as I'm picking up on it psychically, could also be the fact that there is a business connection coming together between two powerful creative people, and the star card telling me that it's going to be tangible in February. So pile number one, you are working on something that comes into fruition early part of next year. I'm going to take that to be a business, okay? It could be a relationship too, but I'm literally going to take it to be a business. But I could be proven wrong with some of you, because look at the Two of Cups. Mutual connection between the two of you, and the two of you are very powerful. So whoever you are, you two, very, very powerful. Okay, so it's a powerful energy, equal and matched. Okay, so equally matched in the relationship between the two of you. Nobody's subservient. Yeah, the Astro War, I will have to do that. So nobody's subservient in pile number one. And look at that, the Strength card. So whatever it is pile number one is focused on, you've got the strength and the power right now. Okay, so that's actually a good thing. Pile number one, let's see. Let's pull this one on it. All right, so for pile number one, I take this to be a collaboration of two like-minded people in equality, whether it be romantic or a business relationship. And look at this. This tells us a time frame as well. We pulled two planets. So we're going from June until December. Thank you, you guys. From June until December, okay? So from June till December is when this planning is going on. That is the time frame for which it's actually happening, which is good. Also, if it is a relationship, if we're doing anybody here is in a relationship with pile number one and you were asking about that, yes, you will get married. So I'm going to say that to you, to pile number one. That's a marriage aspect in that sense, okay? And it's of strength. So the marriage should come sometime in August, if that's you, pile number one, if that's what you truly want. I'm going to say that in August time frame. Now, just to pull a little bit more with pile number one, those that are going into business, it's going to be a business arrangement and you are equally matched. So don't go into it if you're not equally matched. Now I can feel it getting cold as shit in here. There's nothing, they're coming around. See, you start talking and they're coming around. Yeah, that's what happens. So pile number one, you are equally matched in this particular situation. So to go for it, it should be reciprocal, and it is, and it's very strong. Timing of this, there's things to consider. There's money considerations. The other message for pile number one, just because you don't have a lot of money, doesn't matter. You will have the right amount of money to go forward with what you want to do. So pile number one, you are in the process of doing things the way that you want them to be, which is a good thing. Even if you have $10 to start it or $1,000 or whatever it is, just go forward, pile number one. Okay, so you're set with that. If somebody was asking about marriage, that's a yes, because somebody was. Okay, pile number two. What the hell's going on with pile number two, right? What's happening? Pile number two. Wait, earlier you were blurred. That was probably ghost crossing in front of me. Sometimes they do that. Okay, so pile number two. Pile number two, bitches. What's going on? Pile number two. Can I just tell you about the adventure in the laundromat doing the big blankets and comforters and bathroom stuff? It's an adventure with those machines. Yes, I know the public uses them. Yes, I do. All right. But I can get a really big machine with 9 loads, which is my big comforters. Okay. Here we go. So I have to risk it. Pile number two. What's happening with pile number? I'm concentrating. Trust me, I'm concentrating. Pile number two. This is the Aquarian deck. The other one is the Karma cards, the astrology cards. The redesigned Karma cards. Okay. Pile number two. What the freaking hell is up with pile number two? Pile number two. Okay. Interesting. Pile number two got all the, okay. So pile number two, this is an emotional one. We got the Knight of Swords. We got the Knight of Wands, and we've got the Six of Wands, otherwise known as rods in this deck. Now, pile number two, this is about emotional connection to your sense of self. So pile number two is going through a confidence bout where they don't have any understanding of whether of their abilities and their sense of self. So pile number 2 is focusing on feeling better about themselves and having confidence because someone is critiquing them, but they're getting mixed messages. So somebody is saying to pile number 2, you're really, really good at this, but, and then giving them an insult, or giving them an insult and then saying, but you're good at this. So pile number 2 is kind of in a mind fuck and actually has to start getting their inner strength and confidence. So pile number 2, this is the first thing. You've got to know who you are and know what you know about yourself. Pile number 2. First thing, very important. It's just something you have to do. Really, you have to do it. Okay, so pile number 2. This is an emotional thing. You need to take a break from people you feel are criticizing you. Okay, take a break. All right. I can't even see what you're saying. I don't even know what it is. Anyway, pile number 2. You need to literally take a break from those that are toxic to you. So pile number 2, don't assume that people that are being constructive criticism with you, that there's truth to what they're saying, because it could be that they're saying something to mess you up, pile number 2, okay? Meaning they may be envious of you, pile number 2. So get your strength. Not everything that everybody says to you do you need to pay attention. So pile number 2, let's not take personally what these people are saying to you. Let's look at these people as like, who invited you to speak this way? Pile number 2. Okay, and then we have the hangman. You don't know whether to believe it. So to me, pile number 2, this is somebody that's close to you in your family, lover, somebody who keeps talking to you and you are not believing what they're saying, but you secretly do. So you're undermining yourself by listening to them. So you need to not listen to them. You need to start listening to yourself, which means when somebody speaks to you, pile number 2, and says, you suck at whatever, but you're good at cooking omelets. I'm just making that up. You need to say to them, I'm sorry, I didn't ask your opinion. That's what you have to do. So let's see what else they say here, pile number 2, about this. Look at this. South node right off the bat. Pile number 2. South node means you've been there, done this. This is old toxic family patterning. Let go of it. So you have to figure out another way with which to validate yourself. Act like an Aries, pile number 2. That means get aggressive and in their face. So pile number 2, start speaking up and saying, I'm sorry, I don't care what you think, or whatever it is. That's for you, pile number 2. That's the way it needs to be focused on. And you know what it is? They're afraid of something on a financial level, pile number 2. You may take off because of that. All right. That's the problem. All right. Oh my God. I had some weird Okay. Pile number 3. Give them the back of your hand. Yeah, give them the back of your hand. Wait, recommended. Think I have. Oh my God. Okay, I don't know who's asking what. The astrology books are the only way to learn astrology, by Joan McEvers and whoever else it is. I'm sorry, I can't remember. My brain, it's like I can't remember everything. Okay, so pile number 3. Pile number 3, pile number 3. Oh, I'm excited. It's balsamic right now. We're ending cycles and we're going into new moon. That's always so exciting for me. I have like a really exciting feel about the new moon. I feel like things are going to go good. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. Okay, pile number 3. I feel like when you know, you know. That's what I feel like. Okay, pile number 3, y'all. The new moon, 6:36 tomorrow morning, California. Time frame, Pacific Standard Time. 3 hours earlier on the East Coast and wherever the hell else you are. I can't add all those different states. Pile number 3. Pile number 3, pile number 3. What is it for pile number 3? Pile number 3. Look at that shit. Cups being filled. Pile number 3, Ace of Cups and 7 of Pentacles. Pile number 3, look what you're doing. You are making a decision. Somebody has offered you something, pile number 3, and you're making a decision between whether you want to do this or do you want to do something that is more along the lines of your philosophical, spiritual pursuits. Pile number 3, you're in the process of, do I do what I traditionally do or do I do something different because it feels better for my soul? So pile number 3 is having a conscious change of life experience. Do I go back into the old behavior or do I change it and do something I love? That's what pile number 3 is focused on. And look at this. Pile number 3 is consulting somebody close to them, the King of Wands or Rods. Okay, so pile number 3, this also tells me in your relationship, do you go back into the type of relationship that you want or do you do something different? What do you do, pile number 3? The choice is yours. It's spiritual or traditional. Are you elevating with your soul? Are you staying in the past? Are you moving forward or staying here? What are you doing, pile number 3? I'm single as fuck. Well, maybe when you meet the person, no, you got to decide what it is you want with the divorce or not. That's up to you. You pick what you want. So important for you to do that. So pile number 3, look at this. 8 of Cups. So pile number 3, here's your mountain to climb. I'm quoting that, stealing that sentence. Here's what you have to do, pile number 3. You have to figure out and believe that you can make money doing what it is you want to do in the manner in which you choose to do it, and you will still make money. That's for you, pile number 3. You have a problem with that. And look at that. As soon as you do that, pile number 3, you're going to attract the love that you've been missing in your life. Don't know what that means for some of you. Some of you be missing somebody and not getting the kind of relationship. So that's what's going to happen, right? Exactly. Now, let's pick an astrology. Let's pick a planet. Pile number 3, what's your issue? Your issue is Uranus. Uranus is scared to move. Uranus is erratic, and Uranus is like, fuck, change, change, change. What do I do with it? Pile number 3 doesn't know how to change, and Uranus says, here you go. I'm shoving you off the 10th floor. You're going to fly or you're going to drop. So, of course, you're scared, pile number 3. Of course, of course. Okay, so let's see. And look at that. We've got it in the sign of Cancer. Cancer. Okay, this is pile number 3. Really cutting to the chase here. Cancer will never move forward in their life, okay, until the future becomes the past. Cancer looks backwards. Cancer can never let go of the past. Never. So the present must become the past for Cancer to embrace it. Do you see? There. That's the secret to that. Okay, you guys. Pile number 3. You got to do something you got to do something up here that you've never done before so it becomes your past so you can move forward. Cancer does that shit. Once they get comfortable with what's out here, then they can do it. Look at Cancer the crab on the beach. That's it. Cancer came up. That's your problem. That's always the problem, right? My brain exploded. No, it didn't. Okay, naked cards. Not tonight because I finished. Because I now have to get in the shower and then go to sleep because I'm going hiking in the morning, you guys. Oh, before I do that, I wanted to show you this pictures. Oh my God. Just because I was so excited. I know you guys saw it. Okay, so the little plant first looks like this. This little, I don't know what you call that. I can see the name of it in my head, but I'm obviously going into early dementia here and can't. So there's that flower, and then look. So I did like a contrast picture of it. Isn't that pretty? That is so gorgeous. I don't know what to say. And then look. I was so excited about this. I couldn't help it. I don't know. It just worked. Okay, so Petunia, thank you. I'm like, morning glory. I don't know, whatever, either. It's beautiful. Petunia, I know, it's so pretty. I was like so excited. Okay, you guys, first, let's go over it. Governor, mayor, oh my, I just really, let's all, what is it? Oh my God. Oh, what does that idiot say on the TV? I just have to say it. What does he say? Let's all, okay, here's what I never want to fucking hear because it's mass brainwashing. Let's all shelter at home because we're a bunch of fucking losers, okay? When you shelter at home, you can't see what's going on out there. Oh, and it's the new normal. Don't ever say that to me because you don't decide my new normal. I decide my new normal. And number 3, get your sunshine. Okay, so here's what we need to do. We need to say, as if we're all independently saying this, I am abundantly joyous, healthy, happy, and free now. I am abundantly joyous, healthy, happy, and free now. Say it 15 times a day. Say it for 30 days in a row to yourself in your mind. When you get up, just walk around the house saying it. When you go for a walk, repeat it as you're walking. Repeat whatever it is as you're walking. Just keep repeating it. Repeat, 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 repeat. I also heard something really good, and I got it from Cindy's Instagram, okay? Cindy Ka is a psychic. She has a show on Travel Channel. Very nice young girl, and I think she's born December 18th, like Keithy. Anyway, she said something extremely good today, or she posted it from somebody else's site, where it said, stop telling people that they have to, okay, stop telling people that they have to love themselves before they can be loved, because that's a crock of shit. That is a crock of shit. You are loved anyway, just as you are. You are loved right now. I love you. I don't even know all of you, but I love you. I independently love each and every one of you. And thank you so much, beyond so much, for spending time with me, for doing, just for watching, for supporting, for doing everything. Like, it's absolutely amazing. I'm like excited. It's actually really exciting because in my life, this is exactly what I wanted to do with my life, and I'm able to do it with you guys. I don't know why I wanted to do it. I just wanted to be able to do it. So if I literally dropped dead right now or was abducted onto the ship, this would be like, I've completed my life, like I had my family, and I did what I always wanted to do, which is exactly this. So thank you for allowing me to be me and do what I wanted to do while supporting me doing it. That's what I'll say. Okay, you guys, I love you all. It's amazing. Have a good night. Please try to exercise. Put a video on the camera and dance if you want. Dancing would be super good. Mwah. I love you all. Blue nails make me happy. If I died right now and I just saw my nails, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so happy. Do little things. Do little things that make you happy. Any little thing. And actually feel it. Like really feel it. Okay, I love you guys. Good night. Bye. Mwah.